Georgie Rogers with you, and it's time to welcome my live guest on this show, Hollie Cook.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, darling?
I'm really good, thanks, my love. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Likewise.
It's been a long time.
It has, yeah. As I was saying, it's been a long time since I ever actually spoke into a mic and did an interview, so sorry.
Well, we'll make this super lovely and cozy and not scary if you're a bit rusty. I was thinking back because I was like, when did we first meet? And then I had this like funny flashback to interviewing you in the back of a taxi cab at a festival that my mate used to put on called Festivali in Lymington. And I was like, oh my God, we were babies. We're probably like, I think I must have been like 23 or something.
Yeah. I definitely was, if not, I was like a good nearly even 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was a long time ago. And I think, were there props? I feel like there was like wigs
stuff.
or...
Yeah.
I don't know
maybe some,
what I remember.
Yeah. It's rusty. It's rusty in there. But also fond memories. Nice times.
Yeah. Very, very, very fond memories. And then obviously I've like seen you over the years and followed your music and everything. So tell me, I mean, we're back and you've just literally in the last week announced your new album.
Yeah, finally I've got a newbie to present to the world, which is really lovely. It's called Shy Girl.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's what you do, innit? It just like make some music. I really didn't know like if I was going to be able to make another album. It's always how I feel after the last one's done. And it was a real labour of love and a real process. It never ceases to amaze me, like the complicated creative process, and it's different every time.
Yeah.
And they continuously feel like rewarding. It definitely wasn't supposed to be an album, but I made it.
Yeah.
I did it.
And what was happening then off the back? So when your last one was in 2020.
21?
Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah. So
real like post-COVID vibes.
Yes.
Bleak vibes.
Yeah. And what was going on then? So at what point were you like, oh, I'm going to try and get back in the studio? Or did you have a bit of writer's block? Or what was the pause? Were you just...
Yeah, I always have a bit of writer's block, to be honest with you. It's something that like I kind of have to kind of sit and wait out. Forcing it is for me personally quite counterproductive, but definitely when we were making the last album, Happy Hour, we were really we really had no limitations, no boundaries, and because it was like COVID and all of that, we were just like holed away and just like going insane and doing the most. So we were kind of like, the approach was always going to be for the next body of work to like just keep it simple, take it back to the roots of like the reggae music itself. And I've been working with my live band General Roots for about 10 years now and writing with them for the last 5 or more maybe, but this time round Ben McKone, my drummer and collaborator, took the reins and kind of sat fully in the production seat this time and just sort of steered me along. I think he could see as a close dear friend that I was struggling, so sort of like gently tried to like coax me out of this sticky moment, and it wasn't easy. Bless him, he had a hard time.
But he did
it. So yeah, it was just kind of like we just sort of like gently, cozily kind of like started approaching new bits and pieces. Thought it was going to be an EP, and then thought it was going to be 3 EPs, and then
an
here
album.
It is, magically appeared.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice though that happens then, I guess, because it's like suddenly you feel, oh, there's an album there actually, and it can be that in that format, and also it's just nice to, I guess, write songs after. It's been a funny few years, and off the back of that album, if that album was quite, the pandemic album was quite like insular and whatever. Was it nice to sort of like get back to yourself in a more like normal recording scenario?
I would say so, yeah. I had to, like I said, I had to dig deep for it. But again, that's ultimately just like super rewarding. And we could spread out a bit more. You know, we could be together a bit more for a start. We were all in the studio as a band. Lots of jamming, lots of improvising as far as like melodies and lyrics was concerned. So that was a really new process for me and really liberating. And we got to travel and we did it sort of like worldwide as well. So
where
that
did
was
you
really,
go?
We went to Spain, we went to Cadiz, and that's where we finished and did the majority of the lyrics and a little bit of the final bits of songwriting. London town.
Yes.
LA.
Ooh,
New York.
shiny, shimmery, sunny.
yeah, exactly. What we needed at that time. So yeah, started in London, went to New York, and kind of finished between LA and Cadiz.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then the London bits, was that in Crosstown Studios?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So
have
mostly in Crosstown.
you worked there a lot before? Is that?
Yeah. That's Ben and our other friend Toby Davis from Gentleman's Dub Club have a spot there. So we've been recording there for years and years, and then also Snap Studios in Finsbury Park as well.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it all sounds so good. I mean, you've put out a couple of tracks so far from Shy Girl, and we're going to play a couple of them, obviously, while we're chatting to you. But tell me a bit about the how Night Night came together. We're going to play the dub, but obviously there's the dub version and there's the single version. But yeah, how did Night Night come to be?
I'm trying to, I kind of do remember the session for this one. This was one of our last like recording sessions in London, in Crosstown. Actually, it was a cozy, warm, stoned affair, I would say. And can I say that? I'm said it now.
Yeah,
so we were all just like rocking out together, and like literally I was just sort of like singing meandering melodies over the top of this rhythm that the boys were creating, and it is verbatim that melody. We just ripped that, and Ben out of nowhere, I don't know where, just had the idea for the Night Night backing vocal, the little night night. So we just thought that it would be cool because it's like a sleepy rhythm, so we kind of lent into that, and we finished the lyrics one late night in Spain.
After some sangria.
Maybe a little tinto, yeah.
That sounds so nice. I had Laurence Guy on the last show, and he was saying how he's just like about to go off to Mallorca for like a whole month and just then like make a bit of music. I was like, this is the way to do
work,
it,
man. It's really hard work.
This is the way to do it. Is like get a place where you can just have pool dips on the reg when you like need a bit of a cool down, and then
exactly.
you know, back in the studio.
Couple of beach breaks. It's really nice to be able to have those opportunities as well, because the pressure that one can feel and the stress that one can impose on themselves, it's sort of like really beautiful to be able to have those rewarding moments within that creation.
Well. And obviously, I mean, your music does tend to have a lovely dubby vibe to it, and you've described your music as tropical pop, like bringing the sun-drenchedness to it. But yeah, tell me about the dub version then of Night Night, because this is it's just a little extra dubby.
Yeah. Well, this is Ben McKone all over. You know, he is an absolute student of the analog recording process, and you know, we draw from so many of the same influences and enjoyments as far as dub music's concerned. So it's only right when we put a 7-inch out that the flip side has a version on it. And Ben's my brother. He's my psychedelic brother. So there's just no question. It's not even a thought. It's just kind of like, if there's some reggae music, we're gonna dub it.
Yeah. So. Okay, let's play it. So this is Hollie Cook, Night Night, the dub. So it is new from Hollie Cook, Night Night, the dub version of it, and I've got Hollie Cook live in the studio on this week's show, even. Hollie, that sounds so good.
Thank you.
It sounds
Thank you
so good, and just makes me want to go dancing.
Yeah, correct. That's the vibe.
That's the vibe.
Create.
So I want to ask you a little bit about. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but you obviously grew up in such a musical family.
Yeah,
with your dad in Sex Pistols, your mum singing for Culture Club.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was it like growing up just in a house, I'm guessing, just full of music?
Yeah, it was literally full of music. Everything I learned, and everything that I love, I got from my mum and dad, really. And it was just like such a normal, natural process. I was really, fortunate to have parents who understood my want for creative outlets and for, kind of allowing those privileges and understanding as well, like my kind of want to approach a career in music and having like some really solid support and backup, but also some really realistic advice as well, always. So that's always been like really useful. I've never been under any illusion as to what this bloody music industry might be like. So yeah, and I'm an only child, so I just went everywhere with my parents, and it was cool because my dad was playing in bands again. Like, he played with Edwyn Collins in 1995, I think, and then in 1996 the Sex Pistols reformed for the first time. So I got to see him play loads and got to travel loads, and kind of like was really always very immersed in that world. And before that as well, from, before I could remember, my mum was like bringing me to rehearsals in a Moses basket. So yeah, it was just the norm. It's just something that we've always had as like a connection. Love going to see bands together. Love like listening to music and discussing stuff. So
when people kind of say, "Oh, the first concert I went to was this. Yours must have been really good." Like, really, whatever.
Yeah, the first concert I went to, I think that. Yeah, the first one that I really remember was Sex Pistols at Finsbury Park. So
that's good.
And then I can't remember if it was the year before or after. And I remember going to like Phoenix Festival, which was amazing. I remember seeing like Suede and The Prodigy at like 9 years old, and just being like so enamored with that world, and just like knowing that I wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, like having your mind completely blown as well by that music at that age, because I came to it a little bit later, more early teens, through my brother's records, like Prodigy and all of that stuff. But yeah, if you were like discovering it at 9, you must have just been
so exciting. Yeah, just absolutely. I just will never forget my first festival experience. I think I was just like, this is how I want to do life.
And then you said, so they would they keep you real and kind of they've given you like sage advice then about the realities of the industry. Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was just made very clear very early on that it was like absolutely not a given that it would work. Absolutely not a given that it would be easy if it did work. Not everyone is, to be trusted, I don't know, just all the things. They've helped me maintain a savvy and level head about it all, and have really realistic goals about it all as well, or at least realistic expectations.
Which I think is it's good to have that, because it's going to be quite a daunting industry, and there's a lot of room for, there's just a lot going on, isn't there?
There's a lot going on, but at the same time, there's
good people and bad,
Yeah, absolutely. And always there to lend an ear or loan advice in any way, but also like really brilliantly kept a distance and just like allowed me to make my own decisions and my own mistakes, and just like kind of like carve my own path within it all. So.
Yeah. And for this record, you're back on Mr Bongo since your first record in 2011. So what's that like? Does it feel a bit like coming home in a way?
It really does, actually. It's amazing. Like, the majority of the team is the same team that were there 15 years ago, or however long it was. It was always such a harmonious relationship, and we've always maintained friendship, you know, even outside of our working relationship, and always had like so much encouragement and support for me. So it just feels like really exciting. I really love familiarity. I really love kind of, you know, working in a kind of like friendly way. I'm not like, you know, I'm not good in new scenarios with new people so much. I get used to it as you do, and as I'm rehearsed to at this point. It's interesting as well though, now coming back 15 years later after being like completely brand new and naive and not knowing at all like what the hell is going on, to like now with like all my worldly experience and knowledge. So it's interesting. But really exciting.
Yeah. And good to have gained like the wisdom and more knowledge, and then you're coming to it with like probably like, well, just more experience and more, you know, knowing how to assert yourself or be just like achieve
I'd
the vision.
More confidence with it at least, and more trust within myself as well as within the people around me. That's really important.
And musically then, how would you say this new album kind of like fits within the last few albums? Like where in your kind of, I don't know, musical arc does it fit?
I'd say full circle, to be honest with you, in all senses, which is why it's so beautiful working with Bongo as well, because they, you know, like from my first album to now, like just gone back to like, the complete like purity and roots of reggae music, which is where it all started for me. And just really wanting to, you know, make an album and like pay homage to the music that I love, and just with more intention, I suppose. I honestly like really didn't know. I mean, I don't know if I ever actually know what I'm doing, but I really didn't know what I was doing when the first album was made, and then the two albums with Merge, Vessel of Love and Happy Hour, I really wanted to like flex my kind of like creative boundaries, the musical boundaries, and with this one, just sort of like contain it and hone it all, and like just like put it in, just like have a lot of focus on the genre itself, you know. Yeah.
So talk to me about making Shy Girl then, the lead track.
That was such a clear memory. It's funny because I'm like, what do I remember about this record? Like it's all like in bits in my mind, but like I remember so clearly this process. And we were in New York, and a good old friend of mine and producer and musician, Channel Tubes, was at our show, and I was asking him about maybe hooking us up with a studio that he works at, and so we all went down there as a band. I think it's the first time that we've ever recorded in another country together as well. So we were just like, you know, really excited and stimulated and inspired by like new surroundings and the city itself, and being out together, traveling for me as well, especially, is just like how I like it. That gets all my creative juices flowing anyway. And there was just an idea from Ben, I think, for some chords, and we kind of honed in a little kind of arrangement, and like it's one of my most like happy songwriting experiences, mainly because it was like so natural and easy. Like I literally kind of sang the first two lines as they are and the chorus as it is. Like it was just so natural, and it doesn't always come that naturally to me, to be honest with you. So it's bloody relief when it does.
When it just falls out of you.
It really did just fall out of me, and then we finished writing the lyrics and the second verse like in Echo Park. So it was like just
dreamy.
The whole thing was just a dream.
It sounds so great.
Thank you.
And yes, it's the kind of, would you say it's the centerpiece of the record in a way?
Yeah, most definitely. Like especially when, like, it's a funny one because normally when I make an album, like, I can see the whole thing, I just know what it looks like, and it's got like it all kind of makes sense. Whereas this one, I was really like scrambling through quite blindly, and even though that was one of the first songs that formed, maybe I just didn't realise it at the time that was like the linchpin for what the rest of it was going to be. And yeah, just the approach to like being vulnerable lyrically and honest and open. I mean, I always try and be, but that one feels like some of my, like, yeah, that feels like crudely open, I suppose. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we should play it. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's a
been
pleasure.
So lovely to see you and to chat.
Me, babe.
I love the sound of the new stuff.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear the record.
Thanks.
It comes out on the 10th of October, everybody.
It does, yeah. And I have a London show at Fox and Firkin on September the 13th. It's one of my only shows of 2025.
Okay, amazing. So that will be you and full band.
Full band. I've got some special guests to announce this week as well.
Exciting. So, okay, stay tuned for that. And Hollie Cook, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Shy Girl.